Friends, welcome to another episode of Cosplay Vicar, and I'm wanting to explore a topic that I get asked quite a lot. In fact, I was very recently at an event, and as we were walking around the event, some guy walks up to us and said, "You're all costuming snobs," and kind of walked off. And I posted a video a little while ago saying how to join the 501st Legion. And a whole bunch of comments were in there. The 501st Legion are nothing but a load of snobs. And I wanted to kind of answer that question. Is the 501st Legion a costuming snobbery group? And the upshot is I want to say no, it's really not. It's a misunderstanding of what the 501st is. And when people say those kind of things, it's often because they've obviously been hurt by somebody. So you cannot judge the entire costuming club by one or two individuals that you might have met. For example, you may have wanted to join the 501st and your costume, you were told, wasn't up to scratch. And that made you feel like you were not good enough. So I thought it'd be really good to kind of tackle that topic and say, well, is the 501st Legion a costuming club that's filled full of snobs? And I want to say, really, it isn't. And what I want to explore is there are different clubs. Each club has different values. Each club is going for something slightly different. For you to find the right club for you to have fun is what's really important. If you are joining the wrong club, you're going to get frustrated because they're not going to be doing what you want to be doing. And what I want to explore is the different kinds of clubs that are out there. Say, join the club that is doing the thing that you want to do. I joined the 501st Legion, the UK Garrison, 6 years ago now, and I have had such a blast. It has been frustrating at times because I've wanted to get a costume across the line and it hasn't been quite there, and I've had to push it and push it and push it until it's met the right standard. But once I've met the right standard, boy, I'm super excited because all of the hard work paid off. So let me just explore the different kinds of costumes we're talking about, what kinds of clubs, and what we talk about when we talk about screen accuracy, because all of that really does change what kind of club is right for you to join. So the first thing is, I think there are three levels of what I would describe as dressing up. Okay, at the end of the day, we are people wearing space men's costumes. We're men in plastic. So let me just explore the three different costumes. I'd say there are costumes, there is cosplay, and there's costuming. And there's difference between the three. So a costume is what I would buy if I went into a toy store and saw a Superman costume on the shelf and I bought it. That is a costume. And that costume that I might buy will be probably relatively cheap, but will fulfill the desire to dress up as that character for, say, Halloween or for a birthday party. You might pay 30 to 40 to 50 pounds for it, but you will have an absolute blast because you've got a costume and you've gone to that party dressed as Superman or Batman or whatever it is. But you and I know that that costume is not anywhere near what you would see if you watched the movie. The quality of it is just very different. It's not real leather. It's like a plastic. So that's costume. That's kind of the thing that I introduced my kids to growing up. I would buy costumes for them, and I would love buying those costumes and going to those birthday parties dressed as a character. So that's costumes. Then you've got cosplay, costume play, and this is you making your own costume through whatever means you can get your hands on. You might be great on the sewing machine, and if not, you've probably gone to Amazon and bought yourself something that looks similar, and then you kind of add to it. My first Ghostbuster costume would definitely be under the guise of cosplay. I spent hours with masking tape and cardboard and glue. I made myself my first costume. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It kind of honed some new skills that I'd never used before. I loved that costume. But when I look at it, I know it's not exactly what you would see on screen. But that's not a problem because what I was going for was something that was fun to make, fun to wear. We'd have a giggle and have a right laugh doing it. And so that's cosplay. And then you've got another level that is what I would describe as costuming. And costuming is when you become the character. Now, that's not saying that when you're cosplaying, you can't become the character. But the thing with costuming, you want to have a costume that is close to as what would be on the screen, the film that you watched, and you would put on that character. You would own that character, and you would become them to the people that you meet. A really good example of this is if you go to Disney. You go to Disney, there are people dressed as characters from movies, and they are owning the character. They're doing the voice. They're walking like them because they want you to believe that they are the character from the film, that they've walked off the movie and they're now in your street. And that's what costuming is. And costuming is when you make a costume to the utmost detail so it looks like it comes straight from the screen. The thing about this costuming is that if your bullseye that you're going for is screen accuracy, I can tell you now it is expensive, it is frustrating, it's a never-ending game. You are forever trying to update, make it better. And the danger is people see you then as a snob because you are going for something. Therefore, it's saying that they are wrong for going for what they've gone for. That's ridiculous. Like, we're all wearing plastic. We're all making costumes, some out of cardboard, some of them are out of resin, some of it's 3D printing, some of it is going for real screen accuracy. It's all dressing up at the end of the day. But different clubs are going for something different. The 501st Legion is a club that's going for screen accuracy. They want you to believe that that person in front of you is Darth Vader, is a stormtrooper, is a character from one of the movies. They want you to interact with that character as if that character is the one that's come straight off screen. A cosplay club is a group that loves dressing up as character. They've made them to their utmost ability. They're beautifully done, crafted. Some of them are amazing. But at the end of the day, they are not going for screen accuracy. And that's a cosplay club. And there are loads of amazing cosplay clubs out there that raise money for charity, like the 501st. But actually, what they're going for is something different. They're going for a sense of community. They're going for a sense of handmade sometimes. They're playing with things, coming up with versions of characters that you've never seen before. That's called cosplay. And it is brilliant. It really is brilliant. And those clubs are for those that are kind of looking for, I might not have the ability to do something that's screen accurate, but I want to do something that I really enjoy. I hang out with people and I get some photographs took with the public. That's it. But you're not kind of going for you may be trying, but you're not going for the off-screen character, which means the costuming clubs very often they take the helmets off. You'll go to an event, and I went to one recently, and Darth Vader had his helmet off, and I was like, oh, it's a shame because it's a really good costume. But now I know that the guy behind that costume, he's not Darth Vader. He's some guy with a dodgy mustache. So you've got the costuming club, and then you have this other level, which is just I'm going to say just wrong word, but dressing up of a costume that you've purchased or you've bought. They don't tend to be clubs at the end, but they do tend to be great parties. And they're great for fun and dressing up. We do something at my church the last Sunday of the month, and it's Fancy Dress Sunday. And you can come dressed as any movie character that you would like to our church. And on that Sunday, we look at a movie and what that movie might teach us about our faith. And we say, come dressed up as a character from that. And people turn up with some amazing costumes, some that are bought, some that are handmade. But we know that what we're going for is everybody can wear whatever they want. So that would be this other club. So screen accuracy is not about snobbery. It's about going for a particular thing. It's a particular... The bullseye for screen accuracy is very different to the bullseye for maybe somebody who's going for a cosplay. They're going for near enough, as close as they can. So ask yourself this. When you're making a costume, are you going for something that is exactly what is on screen? Are you going for something that looks similar to what is on screen? Or are you going for something that completely makes you feel happy? I have 3 Ghostbuster costumes. I have one made of cardboard that I made at a kids club and I love it. I have one that I made using the skills that I had at that time. And now I have one that is, I would describe as screen accurate. Now, the danger with screen accuracy is it is a never-ending game. So even this last week, I took it apart and I rebuilt a section of it because I thought I could do better. So what is it that you are going for? If you're going for screen accuracy, then something like the 501st is perfect for you. If you're going for something that looks similar, as close as you can, then a costuming club or a cosplay club maybe what you are looking for, not the 501st. And then if you want something that just makes you happy, go for it. That's great for things like Halloween or birthday parties or kids' parties and this kind of thing. So my three thoughts would be this. Friends, join a club. Join a club. You're going to have lots of fun joining a club. But ask first, what are the club rules? Do I want those rules? Do I want to live by those rules? That's the club. I'm not going to change the club. Do I want to live by those rules? For me, I didn't want to be in a club where people took their helmets off because I just thought it kind of takes you out of the thing that you're trying to be and do as that character. So I knew there was a very small group of clubs that I could join that kind of had that value. So join a club, but check out the rules and make sure it's the right club for you. Okay? The second thing is this. Make sure you enjoy yourself. What we are talking about here is wearing plastic, a costume that you have made. Join a club and join a club that's going to make you happy, that you are going to have fun doing it. I've had nothing but fun in cosplaying because what I am going for in many of my costumes is screen accuracy. But there are other costumes that would never pass the 501st Legion, would never pass the UK Garrison. But I have made them and I love them and I wear them and I wear them at the appropriate places, the places where it is good to do. My Indiana Jones friends will not pass with the 501st. I have a beard. I cannot join that costume because of my beard. Indiana Jones never had a beard. So that's the rules of the club. So therefore I find another club where I can wear that costume and I can hang out. We can have lots of fun doing that stuff. The third thing I say is this: push yourself to make your costumes better. So my early costumes, I had so much fun making them, but I wanted to get a little bit better, and a little bit better. And it wasn't until 6 years ago when I'd got enough skills that I was like, right, I'm going to join the 501st. And it became a bar that I wanted to cross. So 6 years ago, I was like, right, I can do this. I've got the skills now to build a stormtrooper. Let me see how I get on. So join a club, but check out their rules. Make sure you enjoy yourself and push yourself to make it better. And the last thing I want to say is this. It helps nobody being nasty to another club. At the end of the day, it makes no more fun for anybody else if you're nasty about another club. And if you speak ill of another club, it only makes you look foolish, not them. And that's what I want to say is, let's speak well of other costuming clubs and cosplay clubs. Let's speak well of each other. Let's cheer each other on as we do it. Because at the end of the day, we're all doing the same silly thing, wearing plastic. So let's make sure we speak super well of other clubs. It may well be that you've got a gripe with the 501st, and I am super sorry if you've come across somebody that has actually treated you badly. I hope I don't. I hope I help you see that actually there's a face to the UK Garrison 501st. That's actually this is us wearing plastic. Let's have fun. Hope meeting people like me kind of makes you go, those guys they're good guys. And I hope that videos like this might make you go, do you know what? I want to support what the 501st do, but it's not a club for me. I'm better in a club over here where I'm going to have fun with this group of people. And I would say, go for it. And I'd hope to hang out sometime in other clubs. You don't have to be part of one club. You can be a member of multiple clubs. Many of my friends in the Garrison, they're part of multiple clubs with multiple costumes. Let's enjoy being with each other. And let's speak well of each other. And let's raise money for charity. At the end of the day, that's what most of us are doing it for. So let's raise money for charity because that is where we can really make a difference. So I'd love to hear your comments in the chat. If you're a part of a club, put the information about your club in this video where people might be able to find out your club and what you do. But friends, until next time, enjoy cosplaying and hopefully see you at a con super soon.